Borderlands 3 might have the same trademark, cartoonish outlines and tongue-in-cheek dialogue, but trust me, a lot has changed since Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. We've been hands-on with it, so here's everything the game is doing to reinvent the Borderlands formula. Most guns have alternate firing modes. Borderlands 3 certainly isn't shy about giving you a metric ton of guns, but they've pushed it one step further this time. Most guns now have an alternate firing mode, which you can access by pressing down on the D-pad. That means that your rifle can turn into a grenade launcher, or your shotgun can switch between fire or shock bullets. These nifty alternate firing modes really help in a pinch when you've come across foes that can resist certain elemental damage. Or you just want to make things deader more quickly. Loot instancing is an optional feature. As Borderlands 3 can be played entirely in co-op, to stop loot ninjas from taking all the good stuff and leaving other players with mediocre guns, the game has loot instancing. This feature means that players of different levels can each have their own loot which appears simultaneously, so even if you take the super good gun, it still appears in your buddy's game. This feature is completely optional though, so if you enjoy battling for the best gun, in a completely friendly way of course, you can disable it. Action skills can be customised with augments. Unlike in previous Borderlands games, action skills in Borderlands 3 can be augmented, turning them into stronger, more devastating attacks. That means that if you unlock, say, Amara's Phase Slam action skill, i.e. punching into the ground with 6 massive blue arms, then you can use your points to buy the Blight Tiger augment, which turns its damage into a corrosive attack. Other augments add extra damage when an action skill is used, change how enemies react to the attack, or give you helpful buffs like regenerating health. Useful, huh? Cover is now destructible. In hindsight, cover in previous Borderlands games must have been made of adamantium or some other virtually indestructible metal, as it didn't budge an inch even under intense fire. However, that's all changed in Borderlands 3, as you can now destroy cover as long as you continue unloading bullets into it. This makes it much easier to get stubborn enemies out of cover who refuse to come into the open. Of course, that does also apply to you. You can chuck elemental barrels around. Other games in the franchise featured barrels that were seemingly rooted to the ground as they didn't move at all. But now you can punch them directly into enemies, as one well-aimed melee attack can send the barrels flying, letting you catapult them directly into the face of your foes. It's mighty handy when you're not quite able to draw your enemy close enough to a barrel, or when you're running out of bullets and need to kickstart some progressive damage just to give you some breathing space. Radiation damage replaces slag damage. Bye bye strange purple slag that I never really got the hang of using, radiation damage is taking its place in Borderlands 3. The yellowy orange barrels spout unmistakable bubbles, and when an enemy gets irradiated, it can pass on the damage to other nearby enemies, causing a pleasingly deadly chain reaction. Both major and background NPCs can revive you in battle. During the game, you'll find yourself fighting alongside major NPCs like Lilith and minor ones as well, and this time around they're much more useful. If you go down and aren't able to get a second wind, NPCs will automatically revive you. Just make sure you're close enough to them to trigger this helpful little feature. Vault Hunters now have much more customization. As well as being able to change your head, outfit and colour, there's a lot more to making your Vault Hunter truly feel like they're yours in Borderlands 3. Now you can also add an emote, we got to see a chicken dance, heart and wave options, as well as their respawn animation and their echo theme. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what an echo theme is or when it would be used, but perhaps it's a little musical tune? I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. Guns have item scores to help you quickly pick the best. Item scores can be found in the top left-hand corner of any guns you find, which lets you quickly see which is the best weapon and prevents you from wasting your precious time. Prepare for a ton more bosses. Bosses are a much bigger focus in Borderlands 3, with the Gearbox team even having their very own boss designer. Expect many more mini-bosses and full-blown bosses to test yourself against, and after talking to boss designer Matt Cox, it sounds like there's going to be an endgame challenge similar to Terramorphous the Destroyer. You know, if being beaten to a bloody pulp is your kind of thing. Crew challenges are available across maps. Crew challenges are mini-tasks that you'll do for some characters, like finding pieces of Claptrap's star-climbing research, or helping Moxie by stopping the Children of the Vault's broadcasts from going out. After doing a couple in the demo, I can safely say they're quick and are roughly the same kind of difficulty you'd expect from collectibles. Troy and Tyrene are based off social media influencers. We've had Handsome Jack, but now we have a pair of villains that are made for the era of social media. Randy Pitchford told us that Troy and Tyrene are meant to be the douchiest kind of live streamers. They certainly talk like streamers, calling the bandits who join the Children of the Vault cult their followers, and they use the holy broadcast station to show streams and let's plays, with them even liking the fact that you kill their meat sacks or bandits as it gets them more views. Wow, no, I'm not making that up. Sanctuary 3 is a spaceship. Borderlands 2 had Sanctuary float in the air like a proto-spaceship, but now the life-saving city has gone fully extraterrestrial and is a floating spaceship you can use as a base. Filled with the usual vendors and NPCs like Marcus, Moxie and Ellie, Sanctuary 3 is where you'll go in between missions, and it will also take you to different planets. Vehicles are way more customizable. Just like the new level of customization for Vault Hunters, you can now also tweak how your vehicles look. As well as changing its colour and weaponry, there's also options to alter the material it's made out of and its armour. Plus, on the Cyclone bike, you can also alter what the wheel itself looks like. You have your own customisable quarters. At last, us Vault Hunters have our own space to decorate almost as we wish. Sanctuary 3 provides you with your very own room, with a different decor for each Vault Hunter. No word yet on whether the bed and objects can be changed, but for the moment we do know that you can change the guns that are displayed on your wall, which is a start. You can steal enemy vehicles and take them to Ellie to scan into Catch a Ride. Gone are the days of envying your foes' vehicles, as in Borderlands 3 you can steal enemy cars and take them to Ellie, who will then scan them into Catch a Ride so you can use them yourself later on. And after playing the demo, we already found a new hover car that you can steal for yourself, so expect plenty more vehicle options hidden elsewhere in the game. Zane can have 2 different abilities active at once. The demo only gave me the option of playing as either Zane or Amara, but at the moment Zane is the only Vault Hunter who can use 2 action skills simultaneously. As well as creating a hologram that can shoot bullets as well as distract enemies, plus you can swap locations with it at the press of a button, Zane can also summon a robot sentinel that attacks nearby enemies. You'll have to give up your grenades to have the sentinel active, but after trying it out, it's definitely worth it. At vending machines, you can hit one button to instantly refill your ammo. Sometimes we're pressed for time and don't have the spare seconds to go into the vending machines, so now you can approach a machine and just press one button to instantly refill all of your ammo. To instantly refill all of your ammo. There's a fifth element gun with tracking bullets. Gearbox's presentation showed off a gun that feels like it's been taken directly from the fifth element, as it can fire bullets that track a tagged enemy. These bullets go around corners and other enemies, or just redirect if you're firing straight up into the air. As long as there's only one person you want to kill, this gun is a godsend. There is offline play, no microtransactions, and no free-to-play junk. Confirmed by Randy Pitchford in the Borderlands 3 presentation, there will be offline play, so you don't need to be permanently connected to the internet to enjoy Borderlands 3. Plus, in the same breath, Pitchford said there are no in-game microtransactions or any free-to-play elements. Enough said.
We really can't thank you enough, Vault Hunter. I know this seems like a small thing, but even this little taste of the world we lost, it keeps us going, you know? At least till tomorrow morning.